act on behalf of Krishna, then you're acting on a spiritual platform. But when you're acting on the basis of the body, you're acting on a bodily platform. It's two different things that are the result. So how do you get out of this bodily consciousness? This is the whole point of Bhagavad Gita. To understand that we're actually eternal, that we're full of knowledge, and we're full of bliss. So Prabhupada gave this example once. He said in India there's these persons that know how to wake a person out of a coma with a mantra. Sometimes a person will get bit by a snake and will go into a coma. And usually what happens is they go into a coma for a week or two and then they die. But there's persons in India that know how to chant mantras where they can wake a person out of a coma with a mantra. So this, if it can be done like that, if a person can be woken out of a comatose state with a mantra, out of a material state, think what it can be done with a spiritual mantra. This is just a material mantra that wakes a person out of a material state of consciousness and revives his bodily functions. So a material mantra can do that, so a spiritual mantra can do much, much more than that. So there's a mantra in Bhagavatam that says, Aho Bhata Swapachotagarayan, Yaji Varni Varta De Namatuyam, Te Pusta Pas Te Juhu Shastarani Brahman It says that any person, Swapacha, even though he's born in a dog-eating family, Aho Bhata Swapacho, any person that's born in a family that eats dogs, which is pretty low, a person that comes from that family, if he's chanting the holy names of God, then it's understood that he's already performed all kinds of past pious activities. He's performed all kinds of austerities. He's gone to all the places of pilgrimage. He's performed all kinds of sacrifice. And he's situated on the highest platform of self-realization. So all these different things, the Bhagavad Gita starts with Karma Yoga. It's basically a field manual or a step-by-step process of how to get us out of this bodily concept of thinking that I'm this body. Practically everybody speaks. Everybody thinks I'm a man or I'm a woman, or I live in Marysville, I live in wherever. These are my keys, this is my car, this is who I am. This is how we identify with this material body and all the stuff that goes around this body. So to get out of this consciousness that brings us back again and again, lifetime after lifetime, to a state of perpetual problems, any person who's honest will understand that this place is not user-friendly. It's just one problem after another. Lots of examples. Like today, we got a phone call just before we left. I got this duplex, and I got one side rented out, and then waiting to get a tenant on the other side, and all of a sudden, the present tenant calls and says she lost her job and her husband's got to go back to Mexico. So now we're back to square one. So this is the material life. This is what it means. You think you're going forward. How's that go? Slip sliding away?
The
near you to your destination,
the more you slip sliding away.
So this is how it works. This is how the material works. You're trying to do all these different things, and then it might work, it might not. Even if it does work, you're lucky. If it does work, and then it's all temporary on top of that, and then you get kicked out